Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are gonna look at one of my recent games where I played Mekk-knight against Sword Soul. I'm gonna show you the gameplay with my commentary and the plays we did. The duel is a short one, and then I'm gonna provide you with the deck, and soon, if you are interested, I can provide you with a guide to Mekk-knights. Now I'm going back to them. I crafted them today. I got most of the cards and I'm experimenting with the build. So let's jump into the duel. He is doing a normal Sword Soul stuff, summoning Baron on the floor and summoning Taya, then summoning the token by banishing a Sword Soul from the graveyard, and now he is going into the Grandmaster, which will search him a card, and then the Taya will send a Sword Soul from the deck to the graveyard. So he searches the blackout, and now on my turn, I will explain what my thought process was. Mekk-knights can go first, but they're primarily a second, going second deck. So the idea is your Mekk-knight, all of your Mekk-knight monsters can be special summoned from the hand in the column where there are 2 or more cards. So for example, I cannot special summon them anywhere now because no 2 cards are in the same column, but you will see what I do. I will activate the lightning storm to bait the Baron on the floor, and then I'm gonna set my Pot of Prosperity because it is a normal spell card and I can activate it whenever I want. So I set it, so as you can see there can be 2 cards in this column, and then I special summon my Blue Sky, which will search Mekk-knight monster from my deck to my hand equal to the cards in the opponent's, equal to the number of cards the opponent controls in that column. So for example, I will search for 1 card, but he negates it with the Grandmaster. So I was like, okay, I have more plays. That's 2 negates down. I activate my World Legacy Memory, which lets me summon a Mekk-knight monster from my hand or deck in defense position, and in the end of the turn it's returned to my hand. I summon Indigo Eclipse. So this monster lets me, as a quick effect, change the position of one of the monsters I got onto the field. So for example, I wanted to change the position of my Mekk-knight Blue Sky, so I will free this column so I can special summon my other 2 monsters from my hand, the other Mekk-knights, or for example the purple Nightfall, but he negated it with infinite impermanence. So that was a 3rd negate down, and then I activated my Pot of Prosperity, and here I got a Raigeki, so I can destroy his monsters. Now I link summon into my links monster Mekk-knight of the Morning Star. He lets me discard 1 Mekk-knight monster as he is link summoned, so I can add from my deck to my hand a World Legacy card. So in this case I wanted to search for my trap card, which we will show you in a moment. It's basically a call by the grave, but for level 5 or higher monsters in my graveyard, and all opponent monsters effect in the same column as one of my Mekk-knight monsters has its effects negated. It's the core disruption card of the deck, but unfortunately I got Veiler with the 4th disruption my opponent had. So he stopped my Morning Star, and then I summon my Mekk-knight Purple Nightfall in the same column because, as you can see, 2 cards are there. And then he activated his final form of disruption, the Sword Soul Blackout, which popped my every card on the field. But I chained the Mekk-knight Purple Nightfall so he can banish himself until the my next standby phase, and I can search for a Mekk-knight monster from my deck to my hand. I search for the Girsu, the Orcust Mekk-knight, which is a shared card between Orcust and Mekk-knights, and everything was destroyed, including his Baron on the floor because of my Raigeki. And now I was the only person with a card left, and I went through all his 5 interruptions. With the effect of the Girsu, I sent World Legacy, World Chalice, which will come into play in my next turn, letting me to search another card. And here my opponent surrendered. I don't know why exactly. He could have used the 10 monsters, but he chose to surrender. Maybe he didn't get the card, so I will show you the deck real quick. So this is my deck. I'm experimenting with the build now, so I got triple Maxi and Ash Blossom, 1 Girsu, 1 World Chalice, then the Mekk-knight monsters, 3 Blue Sky, 1 Yellow Star, 1 Red Moon. I wanted to try the Kaijus, but I don't have a super rare because I crafted a bunch of the cards in different decks, and I don't have the material to craft 3 Gamma Seals. So I'm playing with the weakest one except Gamma Seals, which is not super rare. Anyway, let's continue. Mekk-knight Indigo Eclipse, 2 copies. You can play 1. I chose to play 2. 3 Purple Nightfall. I think it's essential to play 3 of the Blue Sky and Nightfall because they search. Raigeki. Monster Reborn I added recently. The World Legacy Succession is a Monster Reborn, but the monster must be special summoned in the zone a link monster points to. Then 2 Lightning Storms, 3 Pot of Prosperity, World Legacy Key let you summon, let you add a Mekk-knight or World Legacy card that is banished from the banished pile to your hand and negate any opponent's trap effects activated in the same column. Then I play Forbidden Chalice. Here it would be better to play the Infinite Impermanence because it negates all cards in the column and you can synergize it somewhat well with the other effects, so it's really nice. Then you play World Legacy Memory. I just don't have the Impermanence. Forbidden Droplet, 2 copies, and the main card, World Legacy Secret. When this card is activated, you can target level 1, level 5 or higher monster in your graveyard, special summon it. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. And the important effect is negate any opponent's monster effect that activates in the same column as a Mekk-knight monster. So you search for this card with the Morning Star. And then on your opponent's turn you can flip it and summon a Mekk-knight monster from your graveyard. In the column a special summoned monster or any monster from your opponent's field is about to activate its effect and it will get negated. And if you summon the Indigo Eclipse, he with the quick effect can move himself into another column, so he can negate a second time another monster. And if your opponent isn't careful, he can get his monsters negated by summoning them in the same column as your Mekk-knight monsters. But generally, if you have, for example, Memory set with the Secret, you can summon 2 monsters negating 2 effects, and one of them could be can be Indigo Eclipse, so he can move himself for another Mekk-knight monster to another column, so you can negate another monster effect. And if you get lucky and don't get interrupted, you can have World Legacy Key later in Duel, and if you're playing against a trap deck, it will come in clutch then. For the X-Ray guys, just play a bunch of rank 8s. Spider, Garna, Karanushka, Nightmare Cerberus, Phoenix, 2 Morning Stars, Leap the World Key, Blade Master. I should play 2 copies of this, but now I'm experimenting with 1. Gaia the Saber Lightning. There is no reason for this card, just it looks cool and it's Gaia. Topologic Bomber again, and the other boss monster and your final boss monster is the Mekk-knight Crusadia Avra Max, which is absolutely amazing. And just to show you, the boss monster, one of the boss monsters in the deck is the Mekk-knight Spectrum Supreme, which can attack your opponent directly if there is no monster in the column that this card is in, and it will have a bunch of effects that can special summon from the deck. So this card can be really good sometimes, but you don't make it most of the time, and because I was tight on the budget, I didn't make it just to see if I can pull off something with this deck. In the future I will craft it, and if you have it, you will definitely play it. You will exclude premium one of these rank 8s and play something like this. One copy is just fine. And yep, I think that's all I can show you. For now, that's the going second Mekk-knight deck. If you like the video, please subscribe and like for more videos just like this one. Bye.